Of course, we also have the Daily Times. My name is Bridget Mamuka, and I'm not alone here. I'm with my colleague
Albert Katanda.
How you doing?
I'm fine, how are you?
By the way you say Katanda, as if you are the president of the country.
You know, it's an international name, so
Katanda is an international name?
Yeah, it has to be internationally said.
Oh my God. Okay, so as I said, that will take you through some of the stories appearing in the Nation newspaper, and he has the Daily Times. So, ladies first.
Yeah.
On the front page of the Nation newspaper, there is an exciting news. Msusa dismisses a crash inquiry, and it has two subtitles. Says Malawians shouldn't be cheated, adds the truth will come out. Okay. Archbishop Thomas Lugu Msusa has afforded findings of a commission of inquiry into the June 10th, 2024 plane crash that killed Vice President South Klaus Chilima and 8 others, saying it failed to establish what really happened. In his Christmas Eve Mass homily at Limby Cathedral in Blantyre, the head of the Catholic Church Archdiocese of Blantyre said the world has not been told the truth. And I know you'll be excited to comment on this one.
Yeah. Of course, there is a similar story appearing on the front page of the Daily Times newspaper. It says Nsusa trashes plane report. Well,
I know you have a lot to say.
Yeah, I have a lot to say.
And I recall you wrote a report on the same yesterday.
I just think that maybe this will be an eye-opener to the commission as well as to the president. So there needs to be something tangible on how they can convince lay people. A layman at Intandile, a layman in Blantyre, a layman in Kalonga, just to make sure that people fully accept the report, because as it stands, if the Archbishop of Blantyre Diocese has shown dissatisfaction due to the context of the report, that's definitely someone from the same Archdiocese wouldn't agree. So there is something that needs to be done for them to make sure that everyone accepts the report fully.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. On the now going to the second page of the Daily Times newspaper, a similar story also appears, and it's a continuation. But there is another story which says 8 patients escape from Zomba mental facility in 2024, and partly the story says Zomba Mental Hospital Director General Raphael Piringu has disclosed that 8 patients escaped from the facility in 2024. Piringu said yesterday that the figure marks a decrease from 30 patients that escaped from the facility last year.
But how is that even possible?
I don't know.
Don't they have security? Or
I don't know.
Security, or something fishy is happening?
I don't know, because this is putting everyone's life at risk, and also the people that escaped, their lives are at risk, because you never know what might happen. You never know where they are, because if it meant that the Zomba hospital would trace where these people have gone to, we would have heard that
they've been taken back. All right, another sad story on the third page of the Nation newspaper. Fuel transport for the first time. I think that's some great news here. After a long cry. Okay, so First Lady feeds senior after a long cry. Okay, so First Lady feeds senior citizens in Mangochi. I think I was also excited to learn that the First Lady people in the country to support the elderly by taking full responsibility of their daily basic needs. She made the basic needs. She made the call on Tuesday at Chikoko Bay State Lodge in Monkey Bay when she hosted a luncheon for 120 elderly women around Chikoko Bay, and other areas in Mangochi district.
All right.
In Mangochi district.
All right, there is a story. Which appears on the 60th page of the Daily Times newspaper, and it says police community relations plummet, and that's of course the headline. Relations plummet. And that's of course the headline. Partly the story says police are increasingly coming under community members' attack, with at least 10 incidences of community members turning against police registered this year. An analysis done by the Daily Times indicates that 3 were at least 5 attacks on police establishments and personnel in the eastern region in 2 cases, leading to the death of a police officer. A police officer who was in line of duty, he was killed by an angry mob. And who are majira zonetsero kusonyeza kusabona dizina zimene zinachitika kumalo. So when the police went there kudakachite now and also they have turned against the police ndugamba wagenda dizina zotero. Sadly our police winampaga mali yandiki.
Alright, we move on to business before we go to international. And there is a title, a headline, Weak Budget Affects Remittances Inflow. And there is a subtitle, Remitters Prefer to Use Informal Channels. And partly the story reads that people in the diaspora prefer to use informal channel to send money to their relations back home as the gap between the local unit and the dollar continues to widen on the formal and foreign markets. Business Review has learned.
Alright, on one of the business pages in the Daily Times newspaper, Malawi DRC talk trade agreement. And that's of course the headline. Partly the story says Malawi is in process to establish a simplified trade regime with the Democratic Republic of Congo, which has already shown high prospects as a significant importer of Malawi's goods. According to Principal Secretary in the Ministry of Industry and Trade, Christina Zakeu, Malawi already sent some documents to DRC kicking start negotiations to agree on the terms of trading under the proposed STR under the Common Market for the Eastern and Southern African Trade Protocol.
Alright, we'll move on to international. There is also a story which he has been following. 21 people died in fresh Mozambique protest because last night when we were here, it was all about Mozambique this, Mozambique that. I was like, okay, man, okay. He was even counting the number, saying it's maybe an estimate of 1 person is dying each hour.
That's unfortunate, because you look at 21 people dying in 24 hours. That means those are the only reported cases.
Yes.
There might be other possible unreported cases. So you look at the number. If 21, that means maybe the unreported cases are 5 or 4, then the number hits 26 or 25. When you convert it to the hours per day, 24 hours, that means that means each person was dying at an hour. So ngati dziko lero zikuchitika ndoti masiku ayambara komano akatadutse so masiku ena ake ndikufika chapena paka ndakuti akuzoma kumwalira anthu awiri paola.
And we are talking of Mondrani, I mean, one was kuti azilumbiritsa yekha. There is drama.
Yeah, there is a lot of drama. You look at the opposition leader now. He escaped the country months ago to South Africa. So he has been there sending messages, sending videos on various social media platforms telling people, hey, let's go and protest, but he's not there.
You see?
But he's not there. And he has vowed that, okay, he got my figure up at 15, it's a long way. Agwenera kuti mtsogoleri wina akachite transit power kupita kwa mtsogoleri wina akuti nayo disabilities. I don't know kuti by that time akhala wabwera kapena akhala kuti akhala kunazoti mwina mwake wapanga azilumbilitsira kongo kapena via Zoom, we don't know.
And you can see a number of people who are protesting are youngsters.
A
number ya 21 the ashinyamata,
which is not okay.
Yeah, sure.
And chimene cha tsitsadza kuti njovu ichoke nyanga nchakuti the Mondlane guy he is claiming kuti adawina chisankho. Despite the High Court kunena kuti chisankho adayamba ndi Electoral Commission kulengeza kuti inuyo mudapeza 24% of the votes. Pamene awa Frelimo adapeza 66.7 votes. Now nkhani chatapita ku High Court, the High Court said okay, zomwe manena Electoral Commission ndizoona and sikuti chisankho chinaperedwa. Now, if the same people appealed to Supreme Court, the Supreme Court would have kumena na kanya zoria. So pano chisankho chidaenda bwino ana wina bende mwe ngakhale ku Supreme Court kwana sintha mafika kuti mafiga wa amene achepeko kufika pa 64 and we were 26 anamonjeze 24 anamonjezera 2 ndipo kufika pa 26%. So yeah, the anatero ndipamene anaona zoti I think ngakhale zimachitika izi ku court ndekuti anthu adakali pansewu, they were already protesting. So ngakhale zabwera choncho sikuti zasintha chinthu kwenikweni, instead zachita worsen the situation because people now are saying basi betipita siri kumfuna. So I don't know kuti zikafika apa matani.
But then I'm thinking that the Mondrani guy is very stubborn because pali kuluza wina konena kuti anandibera wina azisiyana ndi tima vote to and then you insist and say no, you didn't win. But the gap is just too much. Saying chinaso chimene akunena akupanga protest akuti Frelimo has been in power for 49
years. Yeah.
So okay. But then at least President Warani as in Daniel Chapo. Yeah, so that's what is happening in Mozambique. I'm not going to.
And the mwina interest wife Malawi because that October election was steered by Smartmatic. Smartmatic, which role is the Smartmatic playing in the Malawian elections? Mwina interest yati because there was a time when people were saying Smartmatic it has messed up with a lot of elections. So one of the countries mentioned how many anali maiwa Mozambique ndi maiwena amene ada endetsa sojisango. So the interest ya kunoku kumalawi kumakhala pamenepo kuti tsopano ngati kwanza tukuzujilika chonje
ndenanga
kwathu kuno We don't. We just pray with it doesn't reach that level.
Okay. Yeah, so we'll move on to my favorite part of the newspaper, that's arts and culture. I know it is your favorite too because you are an entertainment person.
Yeah, true.
Tenje launches poetry book and you're also a writer. University of Malawi UNIMA Associate Professor in the Department of Literary Studies, Asante Lusem Tenje, on Sunday launched a collection of poems book in Zomba. How does it feel like being a writer, like coming up with the book? I understand you have your own 2 books that were launched like a few. The other one was launched last year and the other one this year.
This year,
How does it feel?
Well, it's a great feeling. I cannot hide. It's a great feeling to know that, okay, I have written something that will give people busy. It will keep them busy to be reading. But now, unfortunately, in Malawi, and to some of the wedding, not only in Malawi, but in Africa, they say if you want to